Hey guys, what's going on? This is Clay. I've got some Battlefield 3 action coming at you. And man, I love this game. It is so good. I am very excited that I've found this game, found the Battlefield series, and just have really fallen in love with it. I'm relatively new to the Battlefield collection. I played a little bit of Bad Company 2, but I had a really hard time with it because I was limited. Oh, get juked. But I had a really hard time with it because my PC struggled. I couldn't really run it. But I've upgraded my PC, and I can run Battlefield 3 like a champion. Man, am I excited about that, because this game is just awesome. You know, and it's one of those things where it hit me just at the right time. The stars kind of aligned, and everything just fell into place where I was looking for a new FPS. Call of Duty series just really kind of sucked. You know, with Modern Warfare 3, just really not liking that game. And you know, I really wasn't a Call of Duty guy. I played Black Ops. I enjoyed Black Ops. But I've been an FPS fan for a long time. You know, played a lot of the classics. Counter-Strike. Played a ton of Counter-Strike. Loved the snot out of that game. You know, and played most of the classics. But I have to say, with Battlefield 3, I found something that I really enjoy. And I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and raise my hand high. Going to give it a wave and a salute and just claim it. That guy. And you might be thinking, what are you talking about? Who is that guy? Well, I am that guy who loves Operation Metro. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I am that guy. I love Metro. Metro is my favorite map. Can't get enough. Man, look at this streak I'm going on here. Finally, some dude takes me out, but man, that was a sick streak. But I love Operation Metro. I love it's fast-paced. I love the action. I love just it's close quarters. There's a lot of gun-on-gun fights. And yeah, I know that sometimes it can be a bit cheesy, and you know, things like just like a couple of guys using dart can pretty much ruin it. And there isn't, like, especially the second and the third levels of rush can be a little bit restricting when you're attacking. If the team gets set up properly, it can be difficult to flank, and you know, they really herd you into these narrow choke points, and it can just be really hard to make it happen. But for the most part, I really love Metro. I play 24/7 Metro servers quite a bit, and I do play other maps. Grand Bazaar is pretty similar, but I do like Rush more than Conquest, and I really do love small close quarters maps. You know, and I'll be the first one to say I'm excited for the new close quarters DLC coming out, and I think that it was a good thing that Battlefield kind of incorporated this into the series. You know, you can still play Strike at Karkin, you can play, you know, the big maps and with a lot of vehicles if that's your taste. But you know, I've spent some time on there, enough to unlock some of those Karkin weapons, and I really don't have any fun getting destroyed by a tank. And I guess maybe I'm just not patient enough to try to learn how to be good at tanks or helicopters, or you know, I prefer, you know, me and my gun. Classic FPS style, and I think Battlefield 3 does a really great job of that. I think the guns are pretty sweet. You know, obviously right now we're dealing with the dart. The USS was a problem for a while, but you know, and also suppression can be a bit annoying. But for the most part, I really do enjoy the gun-on-gun aspect. I think that it's really well balanced. I think all the kits can be very effective. You know, you see a lot of assault. And obviously, Assault is the most powerful class, and you know, it's funny, you hear people complain about how OP the dart is, but you know, to be honest, in my opinion, I think the most OP thing in the game are the medic paddles. You know, the ability to res somebody is so OP, and you know, to be completely honest, if you get a full team, like all 16, if you're playing a 32-man server, all 16 guys are running medic, it's almost impossible to stop that team because nobody's going to die. Tickets are going to drain so slowly. I mean, it is just crazy how good a team can be if they're all running medic. But all that said, I do think that Recon has a really good place, and I'm really glad that they buffed it so that bolt actions can be one-shot kills to the chest and up. In the recent patch, I think the spawn beacon is extremely powerful. I know myself, I love running Recon just for the sake that I can run a spawn beacon. And also, even like with the engineer, in certain places, rockets can be extremely powerful. Especially on Metro, if you're trying to get, through... Oh, getting no-scoped. If you're trying to get through a choke point and to throw a couple of rockets in there, it can be extremely powerful too. But, oh, watch this, no-scope too. Oh, snap! See ya! That's why I run the red dot on my bolt actions. And maybe not so much that it actually... This is just a quick aside. I don't necessarily run the red dot on bolt actions because it actually gives you like a stat boost. I almost do it more so for the visual cue, that you can see the red dot on the guy. I actually think that can be very helpful. But yeah, as I was saying, all the different classes, I think they balance them pretty well. And then lastly, with the big fat LMGs, those guys can really lock down a choke point if you get on the bipod. So like in the locker rooms on the 3rd level of this map on Rush, if you're on defense and you get an LMG and oh, give me that head. There you go. If you get an LMG and hold down that locker room, you can just a couple of LMG gunners can do a lot of work. So I do think that the classes are pretty well balanced, and I think that they do a really good job at making sure that everything works well together. I know balance is really tough, and especially in a multiplayer FPS game where you have so much versatility as far as your classes and your loadouts. It's just crazy what you can all do. But overall, it's just a sweet game. Really excited about it. But I wanted to talk about aggressive recon for a little bit. Actually watching some of the bigger YouTubers watching their aggressive recon footage really was what spurred me into this game more than anything else. The ability to really be aggressive with your sniper rifle, it can be so powerful. And oh man, this is such a good line of sight for when B is planted. But whenever you're able to have a weapon that requires a high degree of skill, obviously your bullet, it's a sniper rifle, so your bullet, it goes exactly where you aim it. But because that bullet is so powerful, it really can do a lot of damage. But I think that makes it really fun and rewarding to play, because there is a high skill, high reward. But at the same time, like if you get rushed by a guy, you only got one chance to no-scope him. You can pull out your G18 in some situations, but for the most part, you only got one shot, and you got to make it count. So, but yeah, more than anything, I would say that I really do enjoy playing the Recon kit. It's definitely my favorite kit. And I do like to be aggressive. I really like putting the hollow or maybe the PKA Russian 3.4 zoom scope. Those are definitely my favorite scopes. And mostly I don't like running the long-range scopes because of the sniper glint. I think that is actually a huge detriment. And I'm not really a big fan of it. I know that it would be obnoxious if snipers are able to sit in the back of the map, but we'll get no scoped. But if snipers are able to sit in the back of the map, it can make the game boring. But to be completely honest, I don't think that's a problem, because if snipers are sitting in the back of the map, they're not playing the objectives. On this map, on the first checkpoint, the easiest way to lose is if you go recon, put a 12 times zoom scope on, and sit in your spawn. That is the easiest way to get spawn trapped, and the easiest way, and then it's crazy because everybody will start shouting, oh my gosh, this other team hacks, they got aimbots, they got, they're just cheaters. But, really, it's your own dumb fault, man. If almost 9 out of 10 times when I'm playing on Metro, if I'm on defense and we get it locked into a spawn trap, it's because they got a bunch of low-level players who are sniping in the back of the map. And you know what? Guys can pick that off with the M16 as easy as pie. So I think that you know, the 12 times zoom scope is not really a problem, and I don't think the sniper glint. I don't know. It wouldn't bother me if they took it out. It would not bother me if they took it out of the game. But you know, this part of the map, I think this part of the map is probably the most difficult to get through on attacker. I'm almost, I would say a majority of the games I play, maybe 60%, end up with the attackers getting the first set of objectives, but then failing here at this second set. I think they are so hard to get. You know, like I said, because there are few flank points. Like really, there's only 3 avenues. You know, there's the right side, which kind of has those tunnels. There's the middle tunnel / locker room, and there's this left side with the trains. And all 3 of them result in a very narrow doorway / choke. You know, so for this left side, it's kind of this area I'm at right here. With the middle, it's kind of that middle locker room area, and on the right side, it's right where there's that corner where between the train track and that wall, kind of like right equivalent where I'm looking, but on the other side of the map. That is a really hard choke point. So if the defensive team gets set up, it could be really tough. But man, we're really getting down to the end here. We got 6 tickets left, and I'm thinking, you know what, I got to make something work. We get B planted. I'm really doing work here with my sniper rifle. I'm pumped that my teammates got this flag plant, but we'll see how it plays out. I got to get a couple more kills. That dude's there. But I know that guy was around the corner, but I said to myself, you know, we got to make something happen. We've got less than 3 tickets left. You know, if we don't get A planted, we're totally screwed. So, get a nice snipe there. Wasn't able to finish him off, so I've got to pull out my pistol. And thankfully, he's just, I don't know what he was doing. But I get in here, get the plant. I'm excited. And oh my gosh, where did you come from? Are you joking me? Oh, that was a heartbreaking finish. Oh, I couldn't believe it ended like that. But it was a fun game, fun round on Metro. And just happy to let you guys know where I'm at with Metro. And again, I'm going to raise my hand high. And I am that guy who loves playing Metro. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of BF3. And I will see you again soon. Bye.